Payton Talbott just knocked Yanis Ghemmouri out in about 19 seconds into the fight. One powerful right hand to the chin, and Ghemmouri was pretty much done. The ground and pound after wasn't even needed. Payton Talbott said that after he landed the right hand and dropped Ghemmouri, he paused his ground and pound because he wanted his opponent to get back up so they can fight more. Bro literally said, hey, get up, man. This is way too fast to get finished like that. Talbott surprised himself with how powerful he is. He looked at Yanis like, I just punched you once. Man, he might be the best prospect in the UFC right now. He's very exciting. He always goes for the knockout. He has a unique look and personality, and he has high fight IQ. He talked about his weakness of starting slow, and he used to be a slow starter before the UFC. A lot of times he got going in the second and third rounds, and actually, if you look at most of his finishes, a lot of them are in the third round, showing you that he starts very slow in the first round, but he made that switch once he fought Cameron Simon, destroying that guy early. It's terrifying to see a young fighter like this make those kind of adjustments so quickly. Payton Talbott was already not only becoming a faster starter, but to the point where he's knocking people out in 19 seconds. And he's finding a way to get these knockouts early while also staying technical, right? He's not getting wild for the knockouts, rushing to finishes early. He's staying composed, technical, with good form in his punches. I mean, look at the way he threw his punch. Like right from the beginning, he was measuring off his lead hand. If you notice that, he kept his left hand extended a lot more than usual. If you've watched Payton Talbott's fights in the past, a lot of times he's not extending his lead hand like that. They're closer to his body to guard himself. He marches at you and tries to look for these big punches. But here he was measuring distance off the left hand. He jabbed at Ghemmouri one time and he got that distance down and went to connect with the right hand. Usually when you throw out the jab, the power hand falls behind it, but he did it quite differently. He switched up the tempo of his punches. Usually there's a rhythm when a fighter throws punches. It's like 1, 2, 1, 2, jab straight, jab cross. Most fighters have a very similar rhythm like that, or a beat if you want to make an analogy to music. It's like boom, 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 1, 2, 1, 2, jab straight, jab cross, stuff like that. But he slowed the tempo down after he threw the jab. So he threw the jab, hopped in behind, had a bit of a delay there before he threw the right straight, and it messed up Ghemmouri's timing completely. Ghemmouri is a kicker, so when he backed away from the jab and that straight didn't come out immediately from Payton Talbott, Ghemmouri thought he was safe to throw the kick because he did not expect another punch to come after that delay. So when he was throwing the kick, he got caught stationary, right hand to the chin. So the tempo of that rhythm, instead of like the 1, 2, 1, 2 beat, it was like 1, 2, jab, straight, and the punches came out very quickly. Another analogy I can make is if anybody's ever played some video games like these Dark Souls video games, right? There's some of those bosses or enemies you fight, and they got those slow-timed, delayed attacks. That's kind of what Payton Talbott did here. He is one of those enemies in those video games that has one of those delayed attacks that seems to always catch you, right? That's essentially what he did here with Yanis Ghemmouri. And tempo switching can be a very advanced technique in fighting. You see some of the best boxers in the world do that, right? From Floyd Mayweather to Canelo Alvarez, very high-level strikers, to even Muay Thai fighters like Sanchai has done that many times throughout his Muay Thai fights. You see the highest level strikers master tempo changes, and Payton Talbott did it here in his 9th professional fight. This kid is so incredibly talented. And he's got that thing I was talking about before, man. There's a natural fighting ability that some guys have. Payton Talbott has that. He sees things a lot clearer and quicker than other fighters do. He's got a knack for fighting, man. He's very athletic. He's very powerful. His punches are fast, even though his movements are kind of slow. He has a very good chin, great technique, already fixing his weaknesses before fighters can exploit them. Right? He's finding his weaknesses before his opponents do. And there's a reason why a lot of fans are saying that he might become a future champion, if not a top contender. And I can absolutely see it as well. There's something exciting about watching a young prospect live up to expectations and do something truly great. He looks like he could be a top contender. He looks like he could be a champion one day. And he's calling out Adrian Yanis, which is a banger of a fight. I would love to see that. The boxing exchanges between these two, Yanis has fast hands, good combinations, doesn't seem to have the best chin, and his defense isn't really all there. You saw that when he got knocked out by Rob Font. And that's why I think would make the difference between Talbott and Yanis. I think Yanis could land some good shots, but Talbott's got a chin. So I see him taking some of those punches pretty well, but as soon as he lands on Yanis, I think he could knock Yanis out with one clean shot to the chin, or maybe that gets him a TKO win with ground and pound. So amazing performance by Payton Talbott, man. I'm very high on this kid, very confident in Payton Talbott's chances to become at least a top-ranked fighter in the bantamweight division, which is arguably the #1 or #2 best division in MMA right now. So amazing performance by Payton Talbott. Gotta definitely hit that celebration though, man. He almost had it. He was going for like a, I don't know what the flip is called, but it looked like a whisper of the wind, Jeff Hardy kind of move. That's the only flip I can think of. He almost landed it. But other than that, flawless performance. And I cannot wait to see his fight with Adrian Yanis if that is the next fight for him. And I hope you guys enjoyed the breakdown. And if you did, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.